What does this night mean to you?
This is great. This is a well-deserved night for Skip Bertman. It really is. I'm just so thrilled for him, and I don't think he understands how important this is for him. You know, he's so unassuming. You know, today he said, I think this is big." He's just so humble about everything. He really is excited about it. He really is.
Me too.
I am too, I think it's well-deserved, don't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Back on Sports 225 with Skip Bertman telling stories. And, there's only so much time in each show and showing all the clips. I've got the interviews with all the people coming in and into the segments. But I almost was going to pull up, and I said, nah, I can't do that. But the couple of old Bertrams on Sports Monday, and of course, Brothers and Sisters of the Hip was the one that just killed me the most. Skip had his hip replaced in, late 90s?
In 1991, after the first national championship.
Is that when it was? I thought it was. Did you have a second one?
And a second one in 1994.
Wow, I thought it was later than that. Yeah, and at that point, everybody who had any problems with their hip was getting a hold of you, it seemed like.
It was new then.
Yeah.
Today, they'd have a different method, and it's done so fast, you go to work the next day. You know what I mean? It was good for me, but today, doctors have perfected it, and I recommend nobody calls anymore, because now there are so many doctors qualified to do this.
Didn't you have trouble with one afterwards?
I did, but that's of the replacement of the 91 hip. See, at my time, they only last about 15, 20 years. Mine lasted 18 years, and I was in a compromising position, and it snapped out, so I had to have it they pushed back in. But it didn't hold, you know what I mean? And then they did some surgery, so it was tough, but it's not life-threatening or anything, and it's
well, you don't have to take off your shoes when you go through the airlines anymore,
that's right.
But you must make all sorts of racket when you go through,
Well, those new machines that go like this, wonderful, because otherwise they have to be patted down, every single time.
Yeah. LSU under Skip won its first College World Series in 91. Then again, you won in 93, 96, 97, and 2000.
Right.
All right. Just a little quick association stuff. Just a memory of 91.
A memory of 91 real fast. We dominated. Gary Email, player of the series, one era, tied a record. We won 4 straight, and it was over. We were the best.
What at that time was it everything you expected it to be, or was it anticlimactic in some way? You were like, wait a second, I got to go back to work and start recruiting tomorrow.
It was. You have to remember now, I had rehearsed in my mind, thousands of times walking across home plate to shake the other guy's hand, then joining the team on the field with the celebration. And when Chris Mook threw it over to John Telechia for the 3rd out, hugged all the coaches just like I had envisioned. Walking across, I felt like, geez, I've done this 1,000 times. Shook hands with Gene Stevenson and then walked out onto the field. And of course, like so many other coaches, went back to work the next day. So yeah, but '93 was wonderful in the sense that they came back. They knew they were going to win. That was really tremendous. We won Friday, and we had to come back Saturday, early in the morning. So we rushed in to see what kind of Wichita State tape we could see. '96, you just can't put anything like that with Warren Morris. Remember, that's the first time it's ever been done. 50th anniversary of the College World Series. It's the only time it's ever been done.
He's talking about a walk-off home run to win the College World Series in a year in which we learned more about a thing called the Hammett bone than I ever wanted to know in my life.
That's right.
Every time anybody hurts their wrist now.
Right, yeah, they be, boy, we're lucky. But Warren Morris was great, and he was injured. He missed 42 games, and when he played, we were 22-0. 97, we hit 188 homers. We were the best team in America. We started off number 1. We ended up number 1. We played Alabama in the SEC for the championship. We played them for the championship, national championship, and Jim Wells had a great team. And 2000 was really wonderful because, Patrick Wayne and, another pitcher were 3 $1 million pitchers. in the first round. And not that Brian Talbot was a bad pitcher, but they were really something. They struck out 6 out of 9, one guy, and then all of a sudden they started to fall apart, and we never really gave up. And then, of course, Cressy hit in the winning run, and a picture of his mother and father as the rounding third, you know, is a classic. And great memories. You know, I got out, but, you know, I just wanted to do something else. Dale Brown, a close friend, had set me up as a public speaker. And I was ready to do that, and the chancellor called, we need you as an AD. And the reason for that was the other guys dropped out. And so I was kind of a compromise AD, but I knew what he wanted. I knew what had to be done. And I had to put that seat license in. See, they were afraid not everybody could do that. But I knew what they wanted. And I'm very proud of the body of the work of a short amount of time, just 7 years as an AD.
Isn't that the phrase where you told me, I'll be your Huckleberry?
Yeah, that's right. I'll be your Huckleberry. And I said to them, I know what to do. I'll take the sword, I'll take the stones, and then I'll leave, and somebody else will come in. It'll be easy. And I think that that's happened. Had all the right people in the right places, and you know. And then I really stepped down, you know, for my own retirement, you know. And I think that it's been great. And I think they have a great AD and a great department. And I think that the university itself should be very pleased that LSU athletically can do it without any finances from the university, and yet give back certainly $7 or $8 million.
It's good. All right, we got to take this last break. When we get back, I want to ask you about visualization and about being a legend.
Okay.
And I don't mean the kind where you told the umpire he can't throw you out because you're a legend. He said that.
It's a
He's
joke.
Skip Bertman at Sports 225. We'll be right back.